What's up, guys? Today we're back with another video. I'm going to be talking about how I'm able to be happy and content while being single. Before we get started, I do just want to say that a relationship is something that I do want. It's not like I'm just like, no, I don't want to date. I'm like, no, it's something I want to pursue. I would love to be married someday and fall in love. Like, that sounds great. For circumstances out of my control, it hasn't really worked out that way, at least right now. But like for the last several years, I've really wanted a relationship. People that know me well know that. So I just want to clarify. It's not like I'm anti-relationships. No, I want one. So with that in mind, I've had to just sit back and just process what all is going on in my head. I think it's hard when everyone has like the perfect relationship, or at least that's what they'd have you to believe. Like, it's hard seeing couples walking around, or your friends meeting people, or even getting married, for Pete's sake. And you just kind of think to yourself, like, man, I wish I could have that. But, right now, I'm sure you're probably in the same situation if you're watching this video. You've either broken up with someone, or you haven't ever dated before, or I don't know, you just are single and you're just trying to be like, how am I supposed to keep going with this? And while it is lonely, and while it does make you have some self-doubt, like I've definitely wrestled with that myself, I would just encourage you to look on the bright side of it. I think relationships are one of those things that can like really hurt your heart, because you can start thinking you have issues, or you start getting mad at other people for not being interested, or whatever. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I've chosen just to accept the fact that right now is it's not what God has for me right now. Like, I I've tried, I've gone out with people, I've reached out to people. Either I've gone out and it just wasn't for me, or I've reached out to someone and they're dating someone and I didn't know it. Just random weird stuff like that. It seems like every door has been closed on my face, and it's just like, all right, I have to be single right now. And I've just kind of had to just wrestle with that. But now I feel like I'm finally at a point to where I'm okay with it. Do I want a relationship? Absolutely. But how have I been able to like be okay with that is something that I want to share. So first of all, you're not obligated to anything. The idea of having someone to text or to call or to hang out with, like, it sounds great, but at the same time, it's still a responsibility. You're in charge to make sure you're communicating well with them, you're hanging out with them, you're making them feel special, which obviously when it's the right person, like, you're going to want to do that. But the obligation isn't there now. You don't have to give up that time. You don't have to give up those emotions. You have that for yourself now, that you can go and invest in other things. Like, for me, I've just recently started going to the gym. Do I like it? No, but I think it's what's best for me moving forward. Like, I think it's good to stay active. I think it's good to stay healthy. So I've been able to work on that. That's been boosting my confidence. You have time to delve into your hobbies, right? There's some things maybe you've wanted to do. For my circumstance, content creation is something that I want to do. I still have a few more things to buy before I can really do what I want to do. But for right now, this is what I'm doing. Like making videos, just talking about my life. But like, you have that time. You have the extra finances that you're not paying for dates, or maybe a wedding ring, or little gifts here and there, which, like I said earlier, when it's the right person, it's worth it, right? But even still, you're not having to pay for any of those things. You have money to be able to invest in yourself and other people that you care for, like family or friends. And it's just like, I've really just been able to sit back and be like, man, this is really just a special time in my life, Because just about everyone gets married or has been in relationships, whatever. You're not single that long in your life, right? You're a kid for 18 years, but you're in school, and it's less like your time is just kind of stretched. You're in sports, you're in clubs, you're doing all these things. And when you're finally in your adult years, those only last like on your own for a few years before everyone starts getting relationships, starts getting married. You start losing friends because they're getting married, or they have to move, or other random stuff. But I'm in this special time right now where I can really do whatever I want. Like, for example, I've been able to schedule a dream trip for me at the end of March, which is something that I can do to just treat myself. Like, there's still fun to be had while being alone, and you can just invest more in yourself, right? make yourself a better person. Invest more in other people. You have that extra time to hang out with family members that are struggling or friends that are struggling, or um, to save your money, right? Do things with that. You can buy yourself things that maybe you wouldn't be able to do if you were setting aside chunks of your paycheck for date nights. Um, but it's like, obviously, being single is not the most ideal. I'm 20 and I've never been in a dating relationship just because I don't like to play games. Um, if it's like they're not interested or I'm not interested, I'd just rather say it up front and just be like, look, it was great, you're a great person, but let's just go our separate ways. But like, you have to enjoy these years. Time is just it's so limited. Because once you're married, hopefully you have kids soon after, and your responsibilities change. But now is the time, the prime time, that you get to invest in whatever you want. Like hobbies, you could do sports, you could, like anything. As long as it's not going against your religious beliefs or your morals, like you can actually do anything. And I just think that's an awesome idea. We have this special time in our lives, right, where we'll never get back. And I'm sure one day, if we do end up married and have families, we'll be like, man, wouldn't it just be fun to not have any responsibilities? Like, today's the day, you know? And it's just like, it's special. And I think I've really had to teach myself that being single isn't that bad. You have time to focus on yourself. You have time to, in my case, grow in my faith, you know? Get closer to God. Invest more into friends. Build those deeper relationships. Like, you can do anything. And I think I've just been so focused on the negatives of being like, man, I'm lonely. I'm so sad. Nobody likes me. I don't think that's it at all. I think there's always somebody for somebody. You just have to find them. And maybe right now is not your time. Now is the time for you to grow and to build your garden. There's one quote. It's like, build your garden to attract the butterfly or the butterflies. It's like, once you build a life you're confident with, once you're financially stable, once you're paid off with all your debts and your loans, or you have a house, or you're more better just as a person. Like, once those get better, you'll be able to attract those people. Like, that stuff will just come naturally. I focus so hard on, is this person the one? Is this person the one? Is this person the one? It's exhausting, man. Like, when it gets to that point, you'll know. And hopefully it'll be effortless. Sometimes you have to put some work into it, at least at first. Obviously, once you're in the relationship, you will have to put work into it. But, like, those things will come. Right now is that time you have to grind, right? Save up some money, build yourself up. But you're in a special time right now where things, when you have other relationships or obligations, like a spouse or kids, these things won't be possible. And right now, you have the time to do them. So I would just encourage you all right now. Does it stink to be single? Of course. It doesn't feel great. And it stinks when everyone else is having a great magical time and you're just kind of not. But, like, you're in a special moment right now where you'll look back and be like, man, I wish I did more. Right now is that time to do things that you want to do. Chase your dreams, right? Like I said earlier, like, I'm doing content. If I had someone else that I was obligated to, this would probably fall down the list of priorities. Not that I wouldn't start up, but it's like, I have nothing else to do. So why not do it? You know, it's almost kind of like pushing you. It's like, what else? Like, work for something, you know? Work hard for something. Yeah, just grind. Build the dream life that you want to do, that you want to build. And, yeah, keep going. It's going to be okay. So, yeah, thank you. God bless.